We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. At their own 22. Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season. It's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Niners at 10-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
Lance going to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. 80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL.
Ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Ready up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lance. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
And Lance now to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no fears. Check you. Striker, 3-3.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On the set.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready.
And Lance going to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. There he goes, left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Succop. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, 49ers nothing. Ryan Succop to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And down he'll go at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Hey, that. Hey, go 66.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, that. Shadow. Regular.
On first down, Brady. On target to his man, Likely. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Succop's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. Down to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Cover!
'Brady now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Now Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Cover!
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. Complete to Likely. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Defense showing blitz here against Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
That's another 49er.
3 quarters in the books. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Lance looking to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll run with Mitchell. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Mitchell again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Brady now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing again on second down. Brady.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Brady again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. 52 blaster.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here we go.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they're content to take the three. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Hey, set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.